Feel old yet?
Yes.
Yes, I do too. So, I didn't start doing YouTube until I was 25. I was an old man when I got in the game. And Jaden got into the game when she was 16. And now here she is, 10 years later, and I'm just like, oh, God, I feel old. I hate this. Jade, I guarantee you, Jaden's gonna be like, I feel like an old person now. I'm like, you're not old. You are not old. Like, heck, I'm not old. And I know there's a lot of people out there on the internet who say, well, you are old. It's like, technically not, because you're not considered old until you're, like, in your 50s. Although part of me does feel old because of, like aches and pains, like my hand, my shoulder, my knee. Ugh. But, yeah, as you can see.
Old.
Yeah, as you can see, the gray.
And I'm younger than he is by a little bit.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I don't have much gray hair. I got some, like, sporadic gray hairs. Like, you can probably see them if you look close enough. But overall, like, I'm doing pretty good in maintaining my
only good
my
news
look.
is the idea that, like, my dad is, like... Is my dad 80 at this point? I think my dad's 80.
Damn.
And he still has his hair.
Hey.
So, like,
that's
it's going to be gray.
But he'll still have
it. My dad's
it.
hair is gray, but I might still have it. Like, when I'm really old, so that's cool.
Which, funny enough...
Not everybody gets that lucky.
Funny you mentioned that. By the time you all are watching this, it's my dad's birthday. So say happy birthday to my dad.
Happy birthday, Nick's dad.
Yeah, he's 59, and he does have some gray hair, but mostly it's bald. That's sad to say, because my dad
Thank you again for checking our outlet in the kitchen to make sure it wasn't going to blow us up.
That's right. Yeah, my dad came and he switched out that outlet, which I know now how to do it, so I can do that in the future. But my dad, anytime like here's the thing.
Hopefully, since you guys just replaced all the outlets, like we don't have that happening anymore.
Well, no, we haven't replaced all the ones in the kitchen yet.
Yeah.
We still got the
you should
one.
Probably do that at some point.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll replace that one
before that happens again.
I'll replace that one where the air fryer's hooked up. I'll definitely replace that one. But all the outlets we replaced and everything in the game room, the living room, the foyer, the hallway. My God, we've been on it. So, all in all, yeah. Here's the thing. I'm learning about this stuff more and more now, but I wish I would have learned it from my dad when I was younger, because I was a mess up of a kid. I basically couldn't keep my head on straight to save my life. And the thing is, I look at everything that I could have learned and everything I know now, and it's like I would know how to build a friggin' house by now if I'd have listened to my dad, because my dad knows how to build a house. My dad can build you a house from like putting down the foundation to like putting on the roofing and shingling, plumbing, electrical work, everything. My dad's a freaking genius. And then here I am, and it's just like, hey, Dad, the outlet won't work. What do I do?
I think I learned most things that my dad knows how to do outside of mowing the yard the way he wants it mowed.
Oh.
Because I tried, and he still wasn't happy with it.
Well, here's the thing. Some adults are very particular about that. My dad was very particular about how he wanted the yard mowed.
It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I'll just do it myself kind of thing. Like, I'm like, all right, I didn't really want to do it anyway.
Yeah, that's how my dad was. That's the thing. I started mowing the lawn and doing it the way I knew how to do it, and then all of a sudden my dad, he was just like, I took a break halfway in the middle because my dad had a big yard. It's like 5 acres. So I was just like, so what's wrong? He's like, you ain't staying on line right there. It looks uneven. I'm like, well, Dad, I'm doing everything I can. Like, I'm going on the inside of like where I previously mowed and everything. He's like, just go inside. I'll do the rest. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. But yeah,
in my opinion, like if you watch King of the Hill, Hank, Boomhauer, Dale, Bill, they all love mowing their yards, taking care of their yards.
It's a dad thing.
The moms are being like, you need to go out and help your dad with the yard, but they don't want that because they want to mow their yard.
You know,
that's my theory on it.
No,
So
funny
like
enough,
they're telling you you're doing a bad job when you know perfectly well you're doing a fine job. They just want to mow their own yard.
yeah, and here's the thing. There was actually it was used as a euphemism for like used as a euphemism in the show True Detective, where Matthew McConaughey came over to Woody Harrelson's house and mowed his lawn and everything. Basically, Woody Harrelson was upset that Matthew McConaughey showed up there, and was like with his wife alone because, Woody Harrelson in that show was like cheating on his wife and was like worried that his wife would cheat on him. So basically, he just told Matthew McConaughey, he's like, don't you mow my lawn. I like mowing my lawn. It's just all of a sudden Matthew McConaughey was just like, sure thing, Marty. Puts a cigarette in his mouth and just gets in his truck and fucks off. And it's just like, dude, once again, mowing the lawn is just like a euphemism. And here we are talking about mowing lawns, and we're supposed to be talking about Jaden Animations. Jesus, Hugo, if you're watching this, dude, just know we aren't doing this intentionally. Hugo, we like. And
if you are watching it, you should totally leave us a comment to tell us whether or not you actually like mowing your lawn.
I'd love to hear that too. Hugo, do you mow your own lawn? And if you do, just what's your technique? Like, share your sage-like wisdom with us. But anyway, and also, do you all mow your own lawns, or do you pay someone else to do it? But either way. Let's go ahead and get into this. This is Jaden Animations, so it's been 10 years, huh? Here we go.
As of now, Jaden Animations is officially 10 years old.
Whee!
Yes, I know I technically made the channel in February, but shut up, I don't count that. On July...
Okay, funny enough, here's the thing. Our channel was made in, I believe it was in 2013 sometime. I can't remember the exact date. I think November 2013. And we didn't post our first official reaction until June of 2014.
So you count it as June?
Yeah, I count the official anniversary of the channel as June of 2014 because that's when the channel Renegades React started. Anyway.
23rd, 2014, I uploaded my first ever animation to YouTube.
Wow.
Hey everyone, my name is Jaden, and
Alright, that's enough, you get the point. It's kind of
Oh, come on.
that a lot of content creators have started retiring, especially after hitting the old 1-0. Making content on
Linus
YouTube
did
for
retire.
10 years has significantly
Linus talked
changed
about
the
it. He ain't
entire
leaving.
trajectory of my life. I started Jaden Animations when I was 16. At the time, I was super shy, quiet, anxious, knew nothing about the world. I could count the number of friends I had on one finger. But not in a sad way, I liked my simple little life. For the longest time, I didn't even realize YouTube had channels or that people were uploading things like vlogs and series and skits. I mean, it was definitely less established at the time compared to now.
Oh my
but
gosh.
I saw YouTube as just the place to watch funny cats and compilations of people
Fair
hitting
enough.
in the crotch. The way I found out about this whole online world was after coming home from school one day to find my laptop not turning on, meaning I couldn't play Minecraft anymore. We've all been there, it's tragic. To satisfy my desperate Minecraft hyperfixation, I typed Minecraft into the YouTube search bar to see if anyone just so happened to upload any Minecraft-related videos. And oh, were there people uploading Minecraft-related videos. My world expanded exponentially at that very moment. YouTube channels,
Oh my
subscribers,
gosh.
people uploading content for an audience that looks forward to their videos. The first channel I ever subscribed to was a Minecraft YouTuber who, I don't even, I'm blanking on the name, but I was now aware of YouTube as an actual community.
Considering what tends to happen with Minecraft YouTubers, there's a % chance that's not a bad thing. That you're blanking on the name. Because they may not still be around.
Yeah, well, I know that
Let's hope not. But...
Okay, I saw that she was showing like Captain Sparkles in there, and Captain Sparkles has had a little bit of a rough go of it because of drug problems. But overall, like, Captain Sparkles has done like he's still going.
Talking about the fact that like.
Oh, I know the one I know what you're talking
now
about.
That in every Minecraft server, there's at least one. You know.
Yeah, if there's a 5-person team of like Minecrafters in a server at one time, one of them is in fact a PDF.
At least if they're putting it on YouTube.
That's the thing. Oh, and considering the Chris Tyson situation, and considering Jaden just won the $1 million challenge from Mr. Beast, oy, this is unfortunate timing.
Beyond funny fail compilations. Watching videos became a huge part of my day-to-day life. I put stuff on when I wanted to relax, laugh, needed background noise. If I was having a tough day, I would lock myself in my bathroom, lay on the floor, and watch videos on my phone. And I'd feel better, even before.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done laid in the bathroom. I would instead just laid in my room, just like laid on the bed in my room and just been like,
I go get in the bathtub and run the bathtub, and then I just put this next to me on the thing, and I'm just like, it's probably gonna fall in at some point, but I'm trying to be real careful.
It's waterproof.
I watch videos. It actually did. I dropped it in one day. It still works.
Yeah, it's waterproof.
Google Pixel 7 if you want a phone that'll work if you accidentally drop it in the bathtub.
Yeah, water
Just
resistant.
get it out really quick. It'll dry out and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or making content myself, YouTube was an essential part of my life. I branched out from Minecraft to general gaming videos, even the occasional vlog series,
Hey, Jenna.
until I stumbled upon a very special video in my suggested feed.
Domix?
An animated story time from a YouTuber called Domix.
I knew it.
Video. I remember it
I recognize the freaking look.
clearly. After watching it, I immediately binged his whole channel. I loved his animated stories. They made me laugh so much. For the first time ever, I thought to myself, I want to do stuff like that. I want to animate. And around the same time, I was really into Aya's Cupquake's Minecraft Oasis series and had even sent in a few fan arts I drew for her. She posted a couple at the end of her videos, which genuinely made me so extremely happy. I was
Aw.
totally freaking out. Anyway, in one of the episodes, she mentioned that she wanted to find an animator to animate some of her funny Minecraft moments, and suddenly I saw the stars align in front of me. I sent her a little message attached to another fan art, basically saying, "Hi Cupquake, I'd love to animate for you if you're interested." And she ended up reaching out and was like, "Hey, we love your style and would love to work with you. Do you have an animation portfolio we can look at?" To which I responded with, so I've never actually animated before, but I'm learning, and honestly, they shouldn't have hired me. I wouldn't have hired me, but
Really? Dang, dude. Okay.
I as someone who had no freaking clue and had never touched a soldering iron and spent the weekend watching videos about how to solder on YouTube before going to an in-person job interview where I had to solder something and prove to them I could solder and got the job, I approve of this.
That's awesome.
somehow I had secured my first animation job. And for my favorite YouTuber, this was by far the
Like, fake it till you make it's not just a phrase, it's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes.
You never know unless you
Ever
try.
happened to me at the time. I wanted to make the best animation they could ever ask for. Now, I just had to learn how to animate. No joke, I literally typed how to animate and
Exactly.
Adobe Flash tutorial into the YouTube search
Oh my
bar.
gosh.
That's how I learned. No class or school or nothing. I vividly remember opening Adobe Flash for the first time
God.
and wishing I could just skip forward in time to when I already knew how to even use the program because I was so confused. Humble beginnings, what can I say? And honestly, that's all it takes. People ask me
True.
all the time how I learned to animate, how I do this
Okay, big ups to the Mario Paint music.
Yeah.
and that, what program to use. But you already have the biggest source of free
What was your favorite
online
Mario
information
Paint game?
Fly Swatter.
Yes!
Of course, dude, come
That
on!
was an amazing game.
It was so good!
I wish they had someone had ripped that off and put it on PC at some point. I've never found anything quite like it. That's my game design. Nintendo would sue my ass off. Damn.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
I have to come up with like a different coat of paint for it.
Yes.
Like, different enough so that Nintendo can't sue me. But I want to make something like that, but better for PC. 'Cause I feel like people would play it.
Oh, absolutely.
I would play it.
I would too.
Like, especially if you had like badass bosses and stuff, you know, like that you were having to beat.
Yeah,
hell
like
yeah.
yeah, like one and also not only that, but you could also break the mold of it and basically like have it to where a spider friend could come in and help you, like put cobwebs up in the corner so that like ones would get caught up in there and just that way you can deal with them that way.
I mean,
instead of having the
not to
spider be
mention
an enemy.
the way that mouse technology has advanced since the SNES mouse. Like,
Yes.
you could probably do something really cool nowadays, like with the
Oh my
Singular
god! You know
I
what?
don't think there's too many games out there that are just thinking of the mouse as a regular controller instead of the way that the Super Nintendo thought of it.
Okay, I couldn't find the mouse, but my original copy of Mario Paint and the official Nintendo Mario Paint mousepad. Oh man. So many years, so many hours, so much time wasted on this thing, and you know what? I don't regret a single second of it.
I only ever got to play it at my friend Ben's house, so I didn't get to play it for too many hours, but I did love the Fly Swatter game, though.
Yeah. Anyway, just figured, just thought that'd be a little cool anecdote to throw in there. Won't be able to like include the whole thing of me like digging through the box, but anyway, when I do find the mouse, I will have it down here.
At your fingertips. Just type whatever you want to learn into the search bar and people will literally teach it to you.
It's
no
true.
strings attached. While working on the animation for Cupquake and her husband Red, I talked to them about how I also wanted to
And I've been
make
watching
YouTube
videos about
and I
how to
wanted
paint
to
model kits. They're really good, so yeah,
Mm-hmm.
learn whatever you want on YouTube.
Oh, dude, it's
crazy.
insane. And then there are these jerks who try to put it behind like a masterclass paywall, and it's just like,
nah.
it's like really, come on,
Watch
bro.
advertisements for you, or I'll watch your video.
Oh.
And have YouTube Premium, so
Ooh,
you'll get money.
you know, it actually pissed me off one time. Someone put up a masterclass of like how to do something in Blender, and they actually tried to copyright claim other videos, saying that, oh, where I have a masterclass on it, therefore I have a market that I have to protect.
Hell no.
It's like go screw yourself, dude.
That's illegal.
That is like, no, like you don't have the right to take down other people's work simply because you want to corner the market on something that you have no right to corner it on. You don't own Blender.
That would be like a fucking college professor trying to like take down all videos about history because they teach history. Like, what the fuck are you
It
doing?
makes no sense. That's stupid. What's wrong with you?
animate little stories, but I was too nervous. They were both really supportive and encouraging.
That's
saying
how you
they'll
need to
put
be.
a link to my channel in the description of the animation to help me and stuff. I'll be
You want to know the thing? Like, people ask me this all the time. Like, well, they used to. They occasionally do, but it's like, Nate, how do you feel about Chad starting his own YouTube channel? How do you feel about, like, what if he gets more popular than you? I'm like,
Then hell yeah.
I think that's awesome. Why would I be mad at Chad? See, there are some people out there that get upset and be like, oh, you know, they'd be nothing without me. It's just like, no. Anytime I see Chad and Nikki find success on their channel in any way possible, I'm not just proud, I'm ecstatic. I love the fact that my friends are being YouTubers. I love the fact that they keep doing it even though they're both working full-time jobs in their own right.
I go watch their stuff. I support them. So
Yeah, I watch it every now and again. But here's the thing: dude, you like
unless they're watching something I know we're gonna be reacting to that I haven't
That-
seen yet, but like I'll watch it after we react to it.
there you go. So that's my whole thing is like I'm just trying to do everything I can to like support them any way I can, but it's just there are people out there who are vindictive about that shit, and I hate it. But this, you know, I'm more than happy to have my friends find success. And what Cupquake and her hubby did to like help support Jaden, that's how you need to be. You need to support your friends, and you need to support the people who wish to aspire to do more. Because who knows? Who knows how far they're going to go? I mean, heck, someone in our comment section right now could very well like go on to find success down the line. And you know, if you're having any doubts about it, do it. Try something. You never know. The worst thing that can happen is that people say no or don't find you don't find your stuff interesting. And you know what? That's how it goes. I can't tell you how many people have told me that they find our stuff uninteresting and just like think that we're awful people because we do reaction videos. And I'm just like, if you don't care, then why are you commenting? Like, that's all I can really say is like, look, just because we found an audience and like this audience loves us, I mean, why the hell should I quit because some random idiot doesn't like what we have to put out there? It's their opinion, and I don't mind if they don't like us. I'm okay with it. But again,
Also, if you help somebody blow up and they blow up like this, they'll talk about you,
exactly.
and then people from their audience will know about you now, and they'll probably go check you out. So
Exactly.
Chad blows up, he'll probably be like, yeah, Nate and Nick from the Renegades, they helped us get this started. And then people from there will go come and probably check us out. And maybe some of them will like us too. So,
Exactly. And that's the thing with
so
the...
why would you be mad?
Yeah,
You should
exactly.
help somebody succeed. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Anybody who gets mad because they help somebody else succeed, like,
Yeah, it's like Call Me Carson.
Stop it.
Call Me
It's
Carson, when he finally blew up, he basically came back to us and he was just like, dude, when we started reacting to his videos, he's like, dude, I remember watching you guys react to Ruby all those years ago. I'm like, oh my god, now that's a callback. Yeah, considering that Rooster Teeth doesn't even exist anymore.
Completely honest, if Cupquake and Red didn't hire me and offer to help give me that initial push to start a YouTube channel, I wouldn't have made Jaden Animations. Like I mentioned, I was quiet and soft-spoken. I didn't even get picked on because nobody knew anything about me to bully me with. They had nothing. In what world would a
Wow.
tiny little 16-year-old
That was
dust
my
mite of a
mistake.
girl feel
gave
confident
people too
enough
much
to
ammunition in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking my freaking Yu-Gi-Oh cards and drawing stuff I liked and everything. Gave the bullies ammo.
start an animation YouTube channel where she talks about her life, especially for what would be a single-digit amount of people for who knows how long. I'll tell ya, she does it in a world where she feels encouraged and inspired by the people she looked up to. There's so
Nice.
many timelines where none of this ever happened. So much had to come together just for me to start.
Yeah, I wouldn't
And
be on
against
YouTube
all
if not for
odds,
Nate. So
It did. I finished the animation. They
saw what he
posted
was
it,
doing, and
I
I was like, that inspires me, and I look up to that, and I was like, what's up? He was
Nate.
like, come be on YouTube with us, and I was like, cool.
All
I
right.
probably wouldn't be on here. Like, I mean, I have a channel, but it never went anywhere. So
spent pretty much the entire month reading every single comment. Everyone loved it. It was doing really well. I remember messaging Cupquake a giant soppy thank you paragraph
Thank you,
when the
thank you,
video
thank you.
hit 1 million views. By the way, the entire animation was made on only 3 layers because any more would make my brain
Damn.
confused. I genuinely cannot believe they hired me. At the same time, I posted my very first video as Jaden Animations, introducing myself and announcing that I'm gonna try out making animation videos. It's funny
I
looking
hate to
back
keep
at
making you pause for any things, but that actually makes sense to me. She made the whole animation on 3 layers.
Mm-hmm.
She has ADHD. I have ADHD. When I look at other people's editing and stuff, like in Premiere, it's like all these colors, all this shit all over the place. I'm like, I got audio 1, audio 2, and the video, and then I got another thing above if I need to put something over the video.
Yeah. Well, once again, there's levels to this shit, and that's like one of our editors that used to work with us. He basically showed off his timeline on Twitter, and it was like 20 layers, just like, and I was like,
No, because you know what would happen to me? I would be like, oh, that one thing I did back there, I need to make a change to that. And then I'd go back to find it, and it would take me 2 hours to figure out where the fuck it was at.
because if you don't know all the context, you'll watch my first video and be like, who is this dumbass talking to? She just started the channel. There's no audience yet. The shout out
That
Cupcake
doesn't
gave
matter.
me in the description gave me the boost I needed to shake the second thoughts. I gained 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers right out the gate, and ever since then I wanted to keep making more content, and I was really, really excited about it. I made more
Aw.
animations for Cupquake for a couple of years alongside posting my own stupid little videos until eventually parting ways with them to focus entirely on Jaden Animations. Working with them was amazing, and those animations did overwhelmingly well at the time. Like, I look back and am still shocked. I apparently peaked with that damn 2014 FNAF animation. Come on, Nuzlocke, surpass it, please.
look, here's the thing I'll say. You don't really have any control over what is your most popular thing. Although I will say this, FNAF is like not as popular as it used to be, and Pokemon is like always going to be popular. I think the Nuzlocke will eventually pass it up here in like the next year or so, but still,
I still feel the wishing for it, because I wish people would come listen to us nerd out about anime more and stuff. You know?
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like our most popular video is like the ERB, Adolf Hitler versus Darth Vader trilogy. and that was fun. But at the same time, it's just like, it's like there's other stuff out there. Like, for instance, our film, you know, SCP Class R, which is about to cross 100,000 views, which so happy about that. But the fact that,
I'm
like,
glad it's at least done better than our anime reactions.
Okay. Oh, well, here's the thing. I don't think a lot of people know about our anime reactions, which...
It's the algorithm.
The algorithm isn't very kind to us because we try to be variety reactors, but YouTube's like...
let you do that on
YouTube's
YouTube.
like, variety? What's that?
YouTube's like, pick a lane and stay in it, assholes.
Exactly, and it's just like, why? Why can't we branch out and do other things and get recommended at the same rate that we were for our other stuff? What's wrong with that? Oh, it's too much work for the algorithm. Of course it is. That's the excuse y'all give every time.
Well, it's also because it's like, that's not what your subscriber signed up for.
It's like, well, how do you know unless you recommend it to them? Anyway, enough ranting.
Anyway, anime channel coming soon.
Yes.
It's actually already
Please free me
exists.
from these shackles.
It does. It's Renegade TV, so I'll put a link to it if you're interested.
By this time, I was in college now, and even though I wasn't able to post very much at all, things were doing really well. I remember sitting on the top of my dorm bunk, secretly celebrating hitting 100,000 subscribers, a milestone I was beyond thrilled about, and
Bonk.
honestly was my
Bonk.
biggest
Yeah.
goal at the
Talk to
time.
him, there's a
Somehow,
spider in your
my
bed,
roommate ended up finding out about it and immediately told every single person on our floor, which embarrassed the hell out of me. But at the same time, I was sheepishly proud of myself that people thought what I was doing was cool. Along with new experiences, for the first time ever, I was making online friends and becoming part of a growing little animation community. Cypher Den, Tony V Tunes, Lightsen. I even stumbled onto James randomly after being
Hey.
recommended his ASMR video. I specifically remember going through his channel and
What?
That's Genshin.
Yeah?
He's playing Genshin music.
Well, she's a Genshin fan, so...
thinking,
was
I
like, what's
can't
this music
believe this
from?
guy
Recognize
doesn't
this
have more
music.
subscribers. He's so funny.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Through his channel and thinking, I can't believe this guy doesn't have more subscribers. He's so funny. And well, would you look at
Boom.
that? After finishing my first year in college, I ended up talking to my parents about taking a gap year to see where all this YouTube stuff could go. They were, of course, hesitant at first. Making videos on YouTube for money? Can you even do that? But eventually,
Yeah, my
agreed
fam was the
and
same
have
way.
been my biggest fans ever since. I was officially doing YouTube full time. I don't really know what happened, but a few months
Yeah,
later,
like, my
James
mom
started
at first was like, you need to get a real job, even though I was working for Nate already for like about probably 7 or 8 months by the first time she said that. And she said it again like a few times. And then eventually, whenever I think she realized that I had quit asking her to borrow money for little things all the time, she quit really saying that. Like, she's only said it to me like one more time, like in the past year, because she's like, you could really use health insurance. I'm like, I know, but I'm hoping to be able to afford some eventually.
One day, maybe. We'll see.
blowing up. In our little animation group chat, we were like, whoa, James, congrats, what's happening? And he was like, I don't know, oh my god. And then I started blowing up too, and suddenly the entire Storytime animation community was rising and thriving.
Yeah.
It felt like we were strapped onto a rocket
YouTube
heading
was
straight
like,
for
people
the
like
stars.
this. Show it to everyone.
Yeah.
People really loved watching Storytime animation. We went to our
They
first
still
Y'all
do.
were
VidCon,
basically
and there
directly
was a whole
responsible
line
for breaking the mold of having to put 10-minute videos out to get anywhere.
Yeah.
of people that wanted to meet us, which is a crazy experience for our first convention ever. Since then, everything has kind of just been history. I kept posting, obviously, met new people, made incredible friends, started building my own animation team, learned a lot about the world, but most of all, being on YouTube forced me to grow thicker skin. I'm sure most
have
of you
to.
can relate to some degree. Mindless hate, online arguments, people nitpicking and speculating that you're actually a horrible human being because of how
Yeah.
normalized posting content is now with TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I'm sure everyone has gotten their fair share of the hate hammer, but 10 years ago, it was
Yeah.
pretty much only big online personalities who were familiar with it, and it comes at you pretty fast. Suddenly, you have to figure out how to hide your personal information and tell family members to private their Facebook accounts, which they don't know how to do. Scary emails come in, uncomfortable comments, lots of uncomfortable comments.
Yes.
I got doxxed one one time because someone speculated I was a narcissistic liar because I claimed to be shy and introverted, but would get loud sometimes when reading scripts. Also, fun fact, I never planned on being...
They don't understand how it works.
No, they don't. Here's the thing, is like...
I'm shy and introverted and I scream in microphones on stages. You can do it, art and entertainment stuff, while still being shy and introverted and having trouble speaking to people directly.
That's the thing, dude. It's just like, they don't care, though. They want to provide their narrative for everyone else to dig into, and that's it. They don't care what the truth is. And here's the thing, when you come out with the truth, people are like, oh, well, yeah, now you're revealing too much. Yeah, you just got rid of the mystery. It's like, dude, I made a video talking about my most, like, vulnerable and, like, my most, like one of the lowest moments of my life that wound up changing me forever. And I didn't talk about it for over 20 years. Literally, that's the title of the video. I kept the secret for over 20 years. And here's the thing, the support I got from that has just been tremendous. But every now and again, I got a comment. It was like one out of every like 200 was just like some asshole just be like, oh, that's not that bad. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, people are going to say what they want to say and try and shape the narrative to fit what they think that how people should view you. But the truth is, if people want to do that to me, I got nothing to hide. I'm literally online all day, every day, and it doesn't stop.
And you just gotta keep in mind, if it's one out of every like 200 people, like, big surprise, like one out of every 200 people on Earth is probably kind of a trash person.
Exactly.
And therefore, like, their opinion doesn't matter.
And here's the thing about it. This person, I guarantee you, if they ever met you in real life, they wouldn't have the nuts to actually do anything or say anything to you.
Nope.
They'd probably just be like, oh, hey, I'm a big fan. Would you sign my stamp collection?
Yeah, it's one out of every 200 people online has the balls to be a trash person. It's probably less in person, like, because there's a lot of people in real life that are only trash people online because they can get away with doing it anonymously.
Yeah.
I knew someone in real life that told people behind my back that the next time they saw me, they were going to beat my ass. And then I saw them in Walmart, and they were just like...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no nuts. They got no balls whenever it comes to real life shit. And that's the thing, is like, IRL, like, I've met some people who've, like, spoke mad shit about me, and I've just been like, what's up? How you doing? And I guarantee these people, like, that do that behind the veil of anonymity, I've probably seen them at some of the conventions, and I guarantee, like, behind the, like, whenever they were just like, yeah, it was really good to meet you. She's like, oh my god, he's such a piece of shit.
FYI, just so you guys know why that happened, it was someone who thought that their ex broke up with them because I told them to, but their ex broke up with them because they were an abusive trash person. So
there you go.
There you go.
Anyway.
Public with my full name, but the reason it got leaked is because my old high school published an online article about my channel and dropped the full government without my permission. I'm still pissed about that one, and I know this is genuinely...
Well, here's the thing. You you don't really have to like give them permission to use your full name, because I hate to say it, but your name is not your own. It's government property, and they can use it as long as you're above the age of 18.
It's
which
still crappy, though.
No, it is. I agree, and I don't like it. I don't like the fact that people can just like find shit out about you. Here's the thing. This is why I always say this. Whenever it comes to like people saying it's like, oh, it's like I know where you live. It's just like, you want me to count the amount of shotgun shells I got? Like.
If it makes you feel any better, Jaden, we got to see you at Scribble Showdown because
Yes.
your dad invited us. Thank you again.
Yes, Hugo, thank you so much.
We probably would have ignored it and thought it was fake if we weren't able to see what your real name was and like actually see that his name matched up with yours.
You see, that's originally what we thought.
We were like, this is not real. Like,
Yeah, it can't be real.
And then I started looking it up and I was like, I think it's real.
Yeah, and here's the thing. He messaged us in time for like the Nashville Scribble Showdown show, which is like the closest one to us. And by the time I realized it was real, we were too late for that one. And he was just like, hey, how about this one? And then we ran into a traffic jam on the way up to that one. And then it was like, well, crap, what do we do now? And then we just decided, hey, the closest one after that, Cincinnati, which was how long of a drive? Like 10 hours?
Isn't it Cleveland?
Oh, Cleveland. Sorry, not Cincinnati, Cleveland. It was like 10 plus hours.
Yeah.
Oh, absolute hell.
I mean, I was fine with it.
No, I was too, because we
like
got to see
driving,
Jaden. We got to see Scribble Showdown. It was fun. Plus, it was just post-lockdown, and you had to have your Vax card, which still got, by the way. Oy. But anyway.
What you just have to expect when you make content online. It's awful, but it's the truth. I didn't want to quit, so I adapted to the horrible things awful videos made about me for attention. There's nothing a passerby hate comment can say that could surprise me anymore. If
No.
anything, they're all the same, and it's just annoying at this point. Not saying I'm happy that I went through all of it, and it should have happened.
Damn
People
ankle
can
biters.
be genuinely awful. But I'd like to say I've come out of it all a version of myself that wouldn't have existed
swoops.
otherwise. Not because of all the shitty things, but in spite of them. I've learned how to stand up for myself, grew my confidence, learned how to separate myself from my work and not take comments personally. All
Yeah.
things you learn out
That's
in the
what you have to do. You
I mean,
have
for a
to.
while, I got entertainment out of like talking shit back to people in the comment section. And
Well-
I got bored with it after a while.
Well, here's the thing about it. I do that because all they're doing is get like it's just like Thor says on like Pirate Software. It's like it's free interaction. It's literally more interaction, so
His
YouTube will recommend your
recommendation,
stuff
though,
more.
is actually to delete their comment.
Well, that's if it's too heinous. It's like, oh, this dude deletes comments.
Yeah,
Deletes comments.
yeah. If somebody's being like semi-reasonable, then you can like talk back and forth with them. But he's like, if they're just being an idiot, I just delete their comment because they're gonna be like, oh, this guy deletes comments, and then we'll delete that comment. And I'll be like, this guy's trying to cover it. Delete the comment and just keep doing it because it's all
Yeah,
an interaction
It
every time
is,
they do it.
and that's how YouTube sees that, and YouTube
He's
recommends
like,
your
I
stuff
farmed
more.
them for interaction. I'm like,
Exactly.
Good on you.
Good. Like, and here's the thing: I did that years ago, and Thor does it now. It's a legit strat.
world over time as you grow up, but cranked to 100 and during the most insecure years of a person's life. It was hard, but hey, I'm still here, aren't I? I look back and see my mistakes, bad takes, stupid ideas, regret here and there. It's overwhelmingly stressful to grow up and learn and change while in the public's eye, even more now than ever. But all things considered, I believe I was always trying my best in the position I was in, was constantly trying to be the best person I could be. And I won't ever be upset at myself for that. Also, I do want to say, a big thing that's followed me throughout almost my whole career at this point is the fact that, yeah, I've talked about mental health and things I've struggled with at the time, like anxiety, depression, rock bottom confidence, etc., etc. I've definitely spilled my guts out on the floor in front of the internet a couple times in my day, and there's no part of me that regrets it at all. A lot of people have told me that they felt more understood or learned things about themselves through those videos, but as a now adult that's had the time to grow and adapt and overcome these things, man, you guys kind of still think I'm a little bit pathetic. I see comments all the time when I'm in my friends' videos or being involved in a big event, and so many people go, wow, I can't believe how far Jaden's come from being this puny little scared teenager. I'm so proud of Jaden really stepping out of her comfort zone here. She is just so brave for showing her face after dealing with such low confidence. That one's always funny because it can definitely come off like I should still be self-conscious, which I'm not, by the way. I get what those comments are saying, I really do. But guys, not everything I do has to be brave. I'm just doing fun things with friends on camera. We don't need the 24/7 Jaden cheer squad busting out the trophies and medallions every
Well, it's just that's the thing that people do. I hate to say it, but people do it all the time. It's like people. Here's the thing: me making that video about me talking about my lowest point. There's people who tell me I'm brave for doing it. I'm brave for doing this. I'm brave for doing that. And there's also people saying that they're upset at the fact that I forgave the person who did that bad thing to me. And I basically just tell them, like, look, that's my choice. It's my choice to do that. And you don't have to like it. But, and you don't have to say that I'm brave for doing it, because, truth be told, as much as I love, like, the support and love that I'm getting online from all these people telling me that I'm brave for saying what I'm saying, at the same time, like, the people that I opened up to first, my family and my friends, and telling about the worst part of it and everything, it's just that to me was like where I needed to like be my bravest. And the fact that my family and my friends accepted like what happened and was like supportive of me That was the biggest part. And then everything else that happened in the video afterwards is just icing on the cake. I appreciate everything that you all are saying and everything that you all do. And if it helps you all out there, then that's awesome. But, you know, you don't have to feel like you have to support me like Jaden's saying here. It's like, you don't have to like be like every time like I do something new or do something else. You don't have to just be like, oh, so brave for doing this. Like, Jaden has become a full-fledged adult and is like doing her own stuff because it's what she likes. It's what she wants to do. But yeah, anyway.
Every single time. And we also don't need the Jaden Defense Squad scrapping with anyone that says anything non-positive about me. It's the internet. People have the right to not like me for whatever reason.
Exactly.
I promise it's okay. I'm an adult. I'm doing fine. I appreciate the concern. At this point, it just comes across like I'm very pathetic and puny and can't do anything. Now, somehow, a decade has passed. I'm not the tiny, small 16-year-old who's afraid of everything and can't talk out loud for more than 15 minutes without straining her throat. That's true, by the way. I spent 15 minutes recording audio for my first video and my throat was dead afterwards. It was pathetic. Now I can record for an hour, which still hurts my throat. You can probably hear it, but that's a 400% improvement right there.
Not
I'm
bad.
26, created hundreds of hours worth of content, have the most wonderful team in the world behind me, am surrounded by amazing friends, live with the most important person in my life, with the most important little creatures in my life. I've gotten to meet content creators I've looked up to, got to tour and travel the world with talented friends, talk on panels to hundreds of people who wanted to hear what I had to say, been able to tell the people that inspired me how big of a role they've played in my career, and even got to stand next to them as an equal. I'm happy. Sure, it's always been and still is difficult dealing with the stress of being in a big spotlight. I went through some bad stuff, navigated rocky mental health, trusted people that hurt me, had to pretend not to be affected by things that were genuinely hurtful just to not empower people that wanted to see me break, all while in the eye of the public where one wrong step could crumble everything I've ever created. But I'm really happy with the place I'm at, the person I've become, and the environment I've built around me. So, what's that leave me with now? A full decade, man. Damn. 10 years of the most difficult, enjoyable, terrifying, exciting, stressful, grateful, soul-crushing, unforgettably special moments of my life. How lucky and grateful I am to have the privilege to say I've gotten to experience so many impossible things, to have so many dreams created and come true, to see myself persist through such a difficult position to be in. After taking a lot of time reminiscing and thinking about what could come next, the direction I want to take to follow what could keep making me happy, I've come to accept that YouTube isn't gonna be part of it. I'm happy with what I've accomplished. I had my rise and grind years, I experienced real and true passion. That's all I could really ask for here. There's not much else I want to do beyond it at this point. But before you freak out, I'm not quitting right this moment. I still absolutely love making content and still have the desire to keep making videos. But my YouTube years are numbered now. I fantasize about logging off as Jaden Animations and becoming a normal person again. I want to move to a random ass town in a random ass place, have a little house with my creatures, have a normal job with normal hours, and
Add Alpha Rad in there.
The fact that she included Alpha Rad with her creatures.
God dang it. My little creatures. Hey, Jaden! It's like, hey, you want to do another Nuzlocke? Oh, God.
normal problems, live a life where people don't know who I am before I introduce myself. Not saying I don't like being recognized. You can come up to me, I promise, I don't mind. But eventually I just want to feel like a person again. Normal is rapidly changing nowadays, but I don't want this chronically online lifestyle forever. How nice it would feel to one day not have to triple check every single thing I say in fear of people's pitchforks, or fear for my safety when people maliciously leak my private information information, or even be constantly surrounded by strangers' opinions on me and every version of myself I've ever been, every moment of my life. I hold it all together pretty well, I'd say. I mean, it's my job to. And none of these negatives have and ever will outweigh the positive aspects of this incredible opportunity that you guys have allowed me to have. I don't want to come across like I'm complaining. I very much understand this is just unfortunately part of it all, and I'm very privileged and very grateful. But I can't do it forever, and I don't want to. I want to feel like I have the time and mental energy to pursue new hobbies, experiment with other things that can make me happy. Making content for YouTube never leaves my head. It's the case for every single content creator on the platform. There's no clocking out, there's no weekends, there's no breaks. You can't just leave an office and not think about it. You're constantly brainstorming ideas, managing everything, schedules, employees. Sure, you can work and live anywhere you want.
A regular job, I couldn't leave the office and not think about it.
That's typically like, well, once
Especially
again,
with some of my worst ones, like I had problems like where I didn't feel like I had a day off because I spent the entire day off stressing about going back the next day.
Well, sometimes it's like that, man. And honestly, I can't tell you, like, okay, I am nowhere near the size of Jaden or James or any of the other YouTubers that we've watched, and here's what I'll say. I cannot appreciate enough, like, the fact that some of you who've been with us the whole time, some of you who've only joined us here in the last few months, some of you who've been with us for like 5 years, like have joined us in the middle of the road of us being here. But I'll say this, like in the beginning, when it was basically working a full-time job and doing YouTube on the side, and then evolving from like when I started to make more money doing YouTube than I was doing my full-time job, and then YouTube became my full-time job, then it was just like, oh my gosh, like holy crap, like I days like days in a row that I stayed up working on stuff, and just the amount of time I get what Jaden's talking about here with like the grind of like making it to where it's like, here's the thing, I had my grinding year, and that doesn't mean I'm not going to grind on other things in the future, like film projects, video game projects, stuff like that in the future, or like other stuff that we want to do. Like I plan on grinding on that in the future. For instance, I am planning on doing a 24-hour stream here soon where I will be doing nothing but reacting to Nostalgia Critic videos. Because Doug did a thing, I'll talk about it in a video, like Micah is coming up on Saturday. I want you and Kate to be in the part of the video where I talk about it. And I'm basically going to make the announcement there. I don't know the exact date of when it's going to be, but it is going to be hopefully here soon. So, yeah, and maybe I'll do more 24-hour streams in the future. And that's the thing, that 24 hours of reacting to the same thing can be seen as a grind by some people.
See, I don't like the idea of 24-hour streams because they've been proven to be unhealthy for people.
Well, that's the thing. It's not like I'm going to be doing them every day, which is
yeah,
physically impossible.
Neither have the people who have died doing them. Like, they did it one time and it killed them, so...
Well, that's true, but that's the thing, is like,
It
it was usually from like
I
lack
think-
of sleep.
I think 12 should be the max that anybody tries.
I guess, but at the same time, it's like, I'm going to try it, and if it gets to the point where I'm seriously like if I'm having like heart arrhythmia or anything like that, then I'll call it a night. But at the same time, it's like I've stayed up for like 72 hours in the past, like straight. And here's the thing, I know I can't do that as much as I used to, because when you're younger, you can pull that shit off because your body can recover easier when you're younger. But I still feel like I could do 24 hours and see how that goes.
You need to make sure to set an alarm and do like a break every hour.
Well, yeah, like stand
break,
up.
the hour 2 break, because that's how people get blood clots too.
Well, yeah, like stand up, stretch my legs, and move around, hydrate, and also don't forget to eat. That's the other thing too. Is I'll probably have like a hot plate down here, and I'll be like making myself food while watching. We'll see how it goes. But anyway,
Yeah, I
Go on
always
vacation.
Bring you something as well.
I'd appreciate that. Maybe I could order. Maybe it could be during my cheat day, and I could order pizza.
No offense, but I don't really want to join there for 24 hours.
No, well, no, that's the thing.
Videos.
I told Kate about
I like
it earlier.
Doug, and I don't want to end up disliking Doug.
Well, no, here's the, like,
know what
well,
I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Well, here's the thing that I told Kate. It's just like, if you want to come down here and like sit with me for just like, you know, like 15 minutes and just like talk with me occasionally about something, you know, feel free to. Like,
I'll
that's
probably just be like, give me a schedule of your plans, Nostalgia Critic videos,
oh boy.
so that I can like come catch like things I actually really want to see. You know.
Okay, I'll let you know.
I can also bring you food when you're watching some stuff I don't care as much to see. And shit like that.
Fair enough. But that's the thing is like I want to do that in the future, and hopefully it'll be here soon. But anyway.
At any point, build your own schedule, but it's always there, like a black hole in your mind. It's just so exhausting. I haven't
can
felt
be.
like I can sit back and enjoy something in 10 years because I simply do not have the time if it isn't for a video. Yeah, that's just how self-employment works, but don't forget about all the other fun stuff I've already mentioned on top of it all. I don't know what I want to do career-wise after retiring from YouTube, but I romanticize the idea of just getting to rediscover myself. Maybe I want to learn how to make custom plushes and open my own little shop, take art commissions, be a teacher, maybe an art director. It's gotten to the point where I think about that little life every day, and I'm actively aiming and walking towards it with every decision I make. Oh, let me tell you, I genuinely cannot wait to live it one day. But there's this other side of me that's so terrified. I've spent my entire young adult life in front of an audience doing pretty much one thing. I don't know what it's like to live without a platform surrounded by a huge audience anymore. It scares me, like a lot. I don't want to need this, but I'm scared that I do in some way. When the time comes, I'll definitely work on that fear in therapy or something, but I do think about it a lot. I'm not.
Well, here's the thing I can say in terms of like her income and all that. It's actually been shown that YouTubers who have like a massive following, their videos still get recommended and their videos still like make it through the circuit. And while you don't make as much if you're regularly posting, you're still making in the neighborhood of like 60 to sometimes 65% of what you were making before for like the first few years after you call it a career. And during that time, like the amount of money that Jaden could make while not having to pay her artists, her like the other artists that work with her and everything, that could very well be enough for her to get a nest egg to where she can do what she wants to do. And I think that's one comfort that you can take from it, Jaden. There's like, here's the thing,
There's always the option of being like, okay, well, I haven't found something else that's super lucrative yet, so like I'm gonna go back and make one video, and like your one video when you come back is gonna be super hype for everybody.
Oh yeah.
So it'll do really well, and then it'll bring eyes back to your old stuff, and then it'll keep that going for a while.
And
so you could probably persist off of like a long period of time without actually being full time on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, and here's the thing with it as well is that, you know, there's a like people get rediscovered all the time. It's like Jeff Buckley. Jeff Buckley got rediscovered in 2008, like 11 years after he died, and his music experienced more success then than it did when he was still alive, which is sad, but at the same time it's heartwarming to know that art, even years after it's been made, can still reach people. And Jaden's videos, I think a lot of them are timeless. A lot of them can be looked at in a timeless manner because it's just like, oh, she's talking about Pokemon Nuzlocke. Pokemon Nuzlocke will be ran for like 50, as long as Pokemon exists, Pokemon Nuzlocke will be ran. As long as like people talk about, like, as long as Japan's a country, people are still going to be like, oh, like, what did she do when she went to Japan? And like, it's going to keep getting recommended, and like her videos are timeless. And that's the thing about our channel too, is like a lot of people say that they look at our videos like from 10 years ago to now as like a YouTube time capsule of how much the platform has changed over the last 10, 11 years. And yeah, it has changed. I mean, YouTube in 2015 is way different than YouTube in 2024. And looking back on like the videos that we reacted to in 2015 to what is out now is leagues different. And it shows. And you see Jaden is like someone that has made content that'll be seen as timeless. Whereas our stuff, people will look back at our stuff 20 years from now and just be like, huh, so this is what people thought about this back then. And, you know, like videos that we've reacted to that are timeless. And it's just one of those things that people will see our reactions to Jaden, and it'll draw more traffic to Jaden. And you see, it just keeps going. And that's something I think Jaden can take comfort with, is that her videos, I think, as long as she doesn't delete them outright, people will still find them and still find them to be like endearing and just very what's the word I'm looking for? Very I can't think of the word. Anyway.
Done with YouTube just yet. I still want to make animations and tell stories, animate little gaming videos. I still just love it so much, and I'm not going away just yet. Sorry to disappoint some of you. I just wanted to let you guys know how grateful I am that you've helped me be right here. I've gotten to meet hundreds of people who told me how much they liked my videos, felt inspired, discovered something about themselves, even did something as small as laugh at one of my stupid ass jokes. I can't wrap my head around the idea that a lot
laughed
of you
at many of your stupid ass jokes, Jaden.
Oh gosh, she's gonna talk about meeting someone who met
one
her
of my
so
stupid
long
ass
ago.
jokes. I can't wrap my head around the idea that a lot of you grew up watching my videos and are like functioning people in society now. That one always feels like. I know you're not calling me old.
Tell me about it. Oh my god, dude, there was someone who said that they met their girlfriend while like reacting to our videos in a lunchroom in high school, and they're married now and have kids. And I'm just like, I don't have kids, damn it. Ugh!
I don't have kids. Yes!
I want kids, man.
I don't.
I know you don't. But I would like to have at least one kid, if not two. We'll see.
Old, but you're calling me old. I'm grateful for
No,
all
you're
the
not
art
old.
people have drawn for me. Even now, it's still so surreal. From the cute little doodles from kids to jaw-dropping, fully rendered pieces from artists of all ages.
Holy crap.
You guys are better artists than me at this point. What do you mean I inspired you? Why does my art look like that then? The whole reason I show fan art at the end of my videos is because I look back at the feeling I got when Cupquake put my art in her videos, and I want to be able to give that back to other artists. People have told me they watch my videos to laugh, listen to while working, to feel better after a crummy day. All the ways I used to consume YouTube back in my day. Even though it's easy for me to tell myself, they're just little stupid videos I make. What's the big deal? It kind of also feels like I get to contribute to a cycle I used to be on the other side of and pay it back. I don't know, it just feels good knowing I've made stuff that's made people feel better in a way that other content creators used to make me feel better. I've rambled quite a bit, but thank you for letting me make these silly videos for 10 years. I never would have thought any of this could have happened to little old me, and definitely not for this long. I absolutely thought I would have been tossed aside and forgotten by now. I look back at when things were starting to roll, and I was like, I've got like a 3-year shelf life left. I'm forever
That's how everyone
for
feels.
You, my friends, my family.
Well, you see, that's the thing. Like, shelf lives it's different for all creators. You see, a lot of people thought Achievement Hunter and the Let's Play channel would be around forever because it's like they're gonna find new games to play and like it's gonna be endless. And then games changed. Games became more live service, and Fortnite took over. And then and here's the thing. It just like the well dried up for them because they didn't evolve with the times, and now they don't exist anymore. Whereas Jaden not only evolves with the time, but also keeps pumping out new stories that are personal to her. Whereas instead of like putting up the visage that is you're never gonna fully know these people, and you're watching them play a game that you could be playing yourself, and it's like, oh, you've seen them do this before, and it's just like it's not as interesting. Whereas with Jaden, it's just like, oh man, she went through that. Dang, I'm really interested to see how she got through it. And I think it's just different for everybody. That's like, for instance, I think Matt Pat with Game Theory, because of how it is, because he latches on to new IPs as it comes out, Matt Pat could have kept going forever if he wanted to on Game Theory. But he decided to hang it up.
See, that's my thing, by the way, is like, I really like playing video games. So while I realize that there's a big audience for people who want to watch people play video games, and I hope that those kind of people will come to watch me play video games when I play them. Like, I don't really have time to watch people play through whole games, especially games that I want to play myself and don't want to be spoiled on.
Yeah.
And even when I do go to watch somebody play a game I've played before, many times I don't get to watch them play all of it. Because it's just, I don't have the time to watch them play the whole thing. You know?
And that's the thing.
And
like,
so I really like this format that Jaden's part of, and that a lot of the other channels I've been watching recently, like Daryl Talks Games and stuff like that. He's not an animator, but like, I like hearing people talk about their experiences with games, because they can summarize it up into, like, you know, a video that's less than watching the entire game.
yes.
And that to me is like an awesome content form for me as a fan, because I can go watch people and hear their thoughts about games that they've played that I also like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even some games that I don't like, I enjoy hearing people talk about them if they like them, because I can try to find the fun that they found with it through listening to their experiences. So
Yeah. Well, there you go.
that's just my view on it, you know. That's why I think Jaden's a cool channel, because she talks about things I find interesting. And she makes me laugh. So.
Yes.
I don't know what my life would have looked like if I didn't type Minecraft into the YouTube search bar when I was 14. Who knows how much more time we have with each other, but just know it has been and still is an honor to be here. And until then, I'll be doing my best to keep doing what I've been doing for 10 years and just make these silly little animations.
You know, the timing is a little awkward to have just won a giant Mr. Beast YouTuber challenge that put a lot of eyes on my channel, only for the first thing for me to put out since winning is me talking about how I'm really tired and want to retire one day. That was not intentional, I'm sorry. But yes, the next video coming out will be about me winning the Mr. Beast Cube. We're still working on getting the money all set up to be given away, so you can stop emailing me asking for money. It's not going to work like that. Anyway, thank you to everyone who's been with me at any point of my YouTube career. I've still got a little bit more juice left in the tank. I'm forever lucky to have lived the life I have and to continue living that life, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around. I'm excited to spend a bit more time with you all. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Oh, and they just had to show that one there. The Mr. Beast challenge and, you know, the Chris Tyson situation. Ugh. Well, yeah. What?
Where's the cookie?
Crumble Cookies has a dark secret. Uh-oh.
What?
It's a food theory. I don't know. I don't know.
I need to watch that now, because
He loves crumble cookies.
they're so good.
Oh, God.
And they're not quite as diabetes-inducing as Crave, so...
Diabetes.
Crave is just like, let's put everything sweet ever into this so your teeth immediately fall out and you get diabetes. And I'm just like, well, I like the idea of it. It's not a good thing for my body in the long run.
No, it is
Whereas
not.
Crave cookies are just really good, and they're not super over the top in terms of like stuff with all the sugar they can scrounge up at any given moment, you know?
Yeah, true. But, yeah. So, yeah, Jaden, congratulations on the 10 years. And here's to hoping for as long as you are willing to be creative on the platform. Just know that you'll always have our support, and you will always... because here's the thing, people will always be asking us to react to your videos. Always. Holy crap. It's never ending. And in all honesty, I don't mind it. I don't mind reacting to Jaden's videos because she's a content creator I can get behind. She's a content creator I genuinely like. I was
watching all of them. I watched pretty much all of them before we started reacting to them. So.
Funny enough, you know what? If the 24 hours of the Nostalgia Critic stream is successful enough, maybe I'll do 24 hours of Jaden animations. Honestly, I'd be down for that because I like Jaden, and plus if we go all the way back to the beginning and react to like as far as we can in 24 hours, who knows? But either way, yeah. So Jaden Animations, 10 years, and however many longer she's going to be here, whether it's 2 years, 5 years, another 10 years, however long she's here, I mean, I hope that she enjoys her time, and I hope that she creates the videos that she wants to, and I hope that when she does call it a career on YouTube, that she goes and she does whatever she wants to, however she wants to, and I hope that she enjoys that, and even if she doesn't find as much success with it as she has found here on YouTube, I hope she is satisfied with her work. I hope that she finds satisfaction with her work and finds joy in life by doing that. That does include, you know, moving out into the midst of in the middle of nowhere with her pets and animals. Yes, including Alpha Rad. Which I'll tell you one thing. Hey, Jaden, if you want to go to the middle of nowhere, I can think of a few places. Heck, we kind of live in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's the thing. Jaden lives in California, and there's a shit ton of people in California, whereas there aren't as many around here, so she might be more at peace here. I don't know. She might
still know a lot of people that would probably recognize her, though.
I do too, but at the same time, it's just like, you're going to...
At the same time, though, there are a lot of people here that I have talked to that know her animations and her channel that never actually saw her face. So she might not get recognized as much.
Yeah, which I know what Jaden looks like, and like you and I both do. But here's what I'll say about Jaden is just like she can blend in if she wants to. Like, that's the thing, is like she doesn't go out of her way to stand out or like be a social butterfly. She's an introvert like you. And I'm introverted in certain ways, but I'm more extroverted.
I mean, I'm also so introverted that if I saw her out in public, I would just be like...
whereas if I saw her...
I really want to be like, hey, are you Jaden? Because you look a lot like Jaden. But at the same time, I'm just like... I should just mind my business.
Here's the thing. As long as here's the thing. If she's in the middle of just like going about her day and is just like sitting there on her phone, just diddling around on her phone, I'm just gonna walk up and I'm just be like, "Hey, nice tats." And just be silly, and I'll just be like, "Hi, Jaden." Just try and be silly, and then I'll just be like, "I don't want to say anything else. I just want to say, love your animations. Keep doing what you're doing." And just good to meet. Just good to finally meet you. Because
after watching this video, keep doing what you're doing almost sounds like probably not the best thing to say to her. Because she doesn't want to do it.
Okay, well, keep doing what. Okay,
keep doing what you're doing for as long as you like doing it.
Yeah, it's like I hope that you find happiness with whatever you do in life. I guess I don't know. What do you say to instance like that?
That's the whole thing. That's why I'm so introverted. I never want to like I would love to actually meet her and talk to her, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know what I would say at all.
We had
and
the
I'm probably going to
opportunity.
sound really dumb. I met like one of my inspirations, which is Steve Bloom.
Oh, dude.
And I still look back on that interaction. I'm like, I could have done better work there.
Well, that doesn't mean you're not going to meet him again, because he's always at conventions.
The second time I had a chance to meet him, I was just like, my anxiety's too high today. I can't talk to Steve.
Oh, come on.
So you were with me. I stood back. I let you talk to him.
Fair enough. Well, and that's the thing. I just rapped with him for a little bit. I just like talk shit with him. Basically, we just talked about Scotland, and I did
it worked because you did
accent.
accents with him and stuff, and he was having fun, and so I wouldn't have known what to do. I was just like, hey man, I just played the Metal Gear Solid like portable game, and like had no idea you were in that till your name popped up, and I was like, holy crap, it's Steve.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh yeah, still haven't actually heard my work from that. And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, we don't hear a lot of stuff we do. And I was like,
no, they don't.
I never thought about that. He's like, yeah, we're too busy voicing other things to go back and listen to everything we've done. I was like, makes sense.
Yeah, well, it's true. And you see, Jaden, I guarantee she doesn't watch all of her work when it comes out. I guarantee if it's something she's poured a lot of passion into, like the Nuzlocke videos, she's probably watched all of it. And just like the final product,
she probably does like a final check, so she's probably essentially watched all of the stuff she's put out.
But that's the thing.
There was nothing she wanted to change about it.
But that's the thing, is like that's her doing like a last minute check on the animation stuff. That's not her enjoying it at her own leisure. Whereas Steve Bloom, I guarantee you, if he wanted to check it out at his own leisure, he could probably look up a YouTube compilation of his voice in that Metal Gear Solid mobile game.
Yeah.
Whereas Jaden, you know, I there's so many out of context Jaden animation moments that's just so hilarious. And I guarantee you, she sees those, she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. But yeah, Jaden, to 10 years and to, well, this is empty, but here's to 10 years and here's to however many more you want to do it. Congratulations, and congrats on hitting 13 million subs, and I'm going to leave a like on here, and I'm going to leave a comment down here, so y'all go to Jaden's channel, and y'all check her out. Y'all see if you can find our original comment, and yeah, I guess that's going to do it. So, till next time, everyone, I am Nate.
I am Nick.
Y'all be good people. Take care. Peace.